Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today we are doing my one last chance video. So forever ago I decluttered my makeup collection, which I do probably 1 to 2 times a year. And this time around what I did was I did like my one last shot products. So products that I was kind of on the fence about that I wanted to try one more time, and I'm finally getting around to filming that. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm just going to get ready with you guys, and then I will tell you guys if I'm going to toss these products or keep them. So the one thing, I have a couple things that are not kind of in this video, is a primer and a concealer. So for primer, I'm just going to use my Dr. Brandt Pores No More. That's what's in my everyday makeup drawer this month. And I just like to put this right here where all my pores are nice and large, really kind of work it in there. And then I work some into my forehead lines. I just kind of bring that around on the nose. Love the way this primer feels. It feels so good. Okay, now for foundation, I do have something in this video, and this is the Collab Meet Your Matte Velvet Foundation. Collab is a beauty brand that you can find at Sally Beauty Supply, and it's with like a bunch of different YouTubers that collabed, get it, on this line. And I cannot for the life of me remember how I felt about this foundation. I know that I did a first impressions, I think, or maybe just a review on this line, but I cannot even remember. It might be a little light for me and maybe even a little yellow, but we shall see how this works. So I just have a damp sponge here. We're just gonna push it into the skin a little. Oops, sorry guys, I forgot to mute my computer. There we go. My hair right now is so full of dry shampoo and texturizing spray. It's like not even funny. Anybody else ever do that? Oops. But I don't want to wash my hair today because tomorrow I am actually going to get a massage, which I have not gotten a massage in 2 years, and this is only like my second one ever. So I am like really excited, but I remember last time like oils and stuff got in my hair, so I don't want to wash my hair and then have to wash it again the next day because I try not to do that so my hair doesn't get, you know, dried out and all that stuff. So the coverage on this foundation is okay. I would say it's like a medium coverage. Maybe I can build it up to full. We're gonna see. But I almost feel like there's so much now that like it's getting a little thick. So I don't know if I'm gonna put any more on, even if I can, just because you know when you like start to feel like it's just too thick on your skin, that's what this is kind of feeling like a little. Okay, so I mean not flawless coverage, but pretty good. I don't know how I feel about it, like, I mean finish wise it definitely does kind of look like makeup, you know what I'm saying? Like those drawers bother me when they're open, sorry, but it just kind of looks like makeup. So, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and just conceal. I'm going to use the Catrice Camouflage Cream in the Wake Up Effect just to conceal my dark circles. And then I'm actually trying out this Essence Camouflage Full Coverage Concealer. So, I'll just go ahead and do that. And then I actually do have a setting powder to try with you guys. Okay, so the concealer's done and we're going to go ahead and set it. I want to try this number 7 Translucent Perfect Setting Powder one last time. Again, I just don't remember. I did buy this for my video that I did with Hope, which is Simply Hope here on YouTube. We did a collab video where we kind of swapped the products, like swapped each other's favorite products and used them in a video. And this was one of hers. And so I just want to see what I think about it, because to be honest, I don't really remember loving it, but I also don't remember hating it. And so I kind of want to see like which one do I like more, you know, like which way do I lean more? Do I lean more towards hating it, or do I lean more towards loving it? So we're just gonna set those under eyes. Huh, I kind of like that powder actually. Alright, so then for all over face powder, I don't have one in this. I can't get this lid back on. Okay. I don't have an all-over setting powder for my face, so what I'm going to do is just take my Milani Shine Proof Conceal and Perfect or whatever, and this, oh my gosh, this is my favorite powder of all time. Well, okay, that's dramatic. I mean, I like a lot of face powders, but this one and my Maybelline Better Skin, those are yeah, those are my top two, for sure. I'm trying to think of other ones, but I'm like, no, this is, yeah, my top two, 100%. Okay. See, this powder makes any foundation look good. Which, not that that foundation looked bad, but like, this powder just makes everything look better. Okay, for bronzer, I'm going to try out one more time this Master Bronze from Maybelline. I really like it, but I don't know if I like it more than other bronzers. And so what I'm doing is I'm just swirling my brush in, and then I'm going to apply it to the temples. My bronzer always looks way heavier on camera than it does actually in person. Just letting you know. It always happens. I don't know why, but the coloring, for some reason, it always looks way more intense on camera than it does in person. So, I don't know. Okay. That's nice. I feel like it's a little bit lighter than what I have been using. I don't know. I mean, it blended pretty well. It's not like, well, it's a little patchy. Okay. For blush, I'm going to try one more time this Ofra one in Bellini. I just can't decide if it's a big blush. You get a lot of product in here. It's pretty. I mean, it's just a nice, like, light peachy color. It's not anything crazy. Again, looks, I feel like, more intense on camera than it does in person. So we're just going to blend it out a little. For highlight, I am going to use this CoverGirl Peach Punch Highlighter. This, I just don't know. I can't remember what I thought about it when I tried all the peach stuff, and if it's really worth keeping. Because it kind of looks like there's like chunks of glitter in the highlighter, but I don't know if that's also like going to show up on the face if I kind of buff it in a little. I feel like it's pretty. It's going to accentuate all that texture right there. All those little bumps, but whatever. Ooh, I got a little bit of chunks of glitter on my nose. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do brows off camera because I don't have anything to try one last time, and then I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes, and then we're going to go in with the Lorac Unzipped Desert Sunset palette to try it one last time. Okay, you guys, my brows are on, my eyes are primed, so it is time to go in with this palette. So this is the Lorac Unzipped Desert Sunset palette. I believe they still sell this, but I mean, as you guys can see, it's really pretty. It's warm. You get some really rich browns in here, a purple, you know, it's fun. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this Milani brush, which I'm obsessed with. I feel like I got a hair on my lip. Sure did. I hate that feeling. Okay, and I'm going to take this shade in Sandstorm, which is like this really warm, or no, I lied. I'm going to take Dunes because it's a little bit lighter first, which is like a nice peachy light color. I mean, I love Lorac's formula, you know, like I like their Pro formula, I like their Unzipped formula. But I just don't know if I need these shades. Like, if it's really worth me keeping, because, I mean, so many palettes now have kind of this color scheme. So it's like, do I really need it? You know? And it doesn't really, like, excite me when I open it up. It's not like, oh, I really want to use that. I can do so many different looks. Like, you honestly can. Like, you could do the purple, you can do the cranberries and stuff, but, just got that on my face. But for every day, like at the office, I can't wear these. Like I said, like I work with little kids. I do behavior therapy with them. So they would be like, Miss Andrea, why are you wearing purple eyes? Like they would literally, no, they would just be like, Miss Andrea, no. Like that's just what they would say to me. They would be like, you look weird. Because they don't, sometimes they just, you know, kiddos, they just don't have a filter. Which is awesome most of the time because I think it's funny, but it's the worst when they say something funny and then I can't laugh because I'm like trying to teach them how to be appropriate and I'm like biting my tongue trying not to laugh at them because it's hilarious. Okay, anywho, I think, do I want to be kind of boring and take just this gold shade? I might. So what I might do, or what do these cranberry shades look like? So they're kind of different. So one's more deeper and then one's brighter. That one is really pretty. It's this one right here in Sunset is the darker one. And it's like not as shimmery as you might think. So what I might do is take that actually and kind of work it like on the outer corner and like up into the crease a little. I don't know if they sell the other palettes that they came out with that are like this. You know, like they had the mountain one, they had the ocean one. Was that it? Was there only 3 of them? Or did they have 4? I can't remember. But I think that the Sunset one is the only one that they are still selling. Alright, I'm going to go back in with, I'm going to go in with Sandstorm now. So it's a little bit deeper. And I'm just going to blend that out. And I'm going to try to keep it as low as possible. Alright, I'm going to go back in with Dunes. And just take that right around the edge to blend that out again. Alright, now all over the lid, I think I am going to go in with Illusion, which is just that medium gold color. I'm just going to use my finger and put that right on the lid. Alright, now I'm just going to go in with that blending brush with nothing on it and just blend it out. For the lower lash line, I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple, and I'm just going to go in with Sandstorm on a smaller brush and just buff that out on there. Pretty pigmented. Whoops. And with a kind of a bigger brush and just take some Dunes and buff that out just because I didn't realize how pigmented that would be. Where it just looked like a really like kind of a too harsh a line. I'm going to go in with the shade Cyrus in the palette. It's like just the lightest shade. And I'm going to put that on the brow bone. Oh, that's pretty. And then the inner corner. Okay, so I don't have an eyeliner in this video, so I'm just going to throw my Essence Silky Nude in the waterline just to kind of brighten things up a little. And then a while ago, Covergirl sent me their Flourish Lash Blast primer and mascara. And I was using it for a while, and then I just couldn't really figure out what I thought about it. And so I want to try it one more time, and I thought, well, I'll just throw it in this video, and we can kind of try it out together on camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And it doesn't really say, like, how long you should let the primer sit on there. I'm not a huge fan of lash primers. This one is the Amplify primer. So apparently it's supposed to, like, amp up your lashes a little. So I am going to, in the brush, I mean, it's your typical lash blast, gosh, say that 10 times fast, brush, where it's like really big, you know, but it is a white primer. So now I guess we'll go in and we'll do this eye with actual mascara. So again, this is the Flourish Lash Blast Mascara in Very Black. It's not waterproof, but it didn't smudge on me when I used it. And this is not your typical Lash Blast brush. It's a little bit thinner. It's still a rubberized brush, but it's a little bit smaller and spikier. So, I don't know, it's kind of scratchy, honestly, when you use it. It doesn't really feel, that's why I don't love to use rubber brushes on my upper lash line. Is like, they're just scratchy when you use them. Most of the time, I feel like. Okay, I mean, it's not terrible. It's not adding the volume that my, like, Essence I Heart Extreme, you know, gives me. Let's go in, and now that this side is dried a little bit, see if we can build it up at all. It's not bad. So for lips, I do have a product. I have the Makeup Revolution, like their little lip sets. So this one is in the shade Echelon? I don't know how to say it. So, oops. But this is what it looks like. It's just kind of a beigey shade. So this is kind of, I guess, like the Kylie lip dupe from them. So you get a lip liner and then a liquid lipstick. So, ooh, I think you gotta sharpen the lip liner. I remember I used this a few times, but I don't really remember what I thought. It's kind of like a plasticky pencil, like a lip liner, kind of like the ColourPop ones, but it sharpens way better. It's a nice clean sharpen. I like that. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and line the lips and use that liquid lipstick. The lip liner feels a little dry. Not like too dry to where it's unusable, but it's just not, like, I would never describe this as a creamy lip liner. It's a nice color though. I mean, it's just kind of a beigey nude. Alright, so then let's try this. I am really picky about liquid lipsticks. I like a moisturizing liquid lipstick. I'm not, like, necessarily, like, oh my gosh, I need to have something that stays on forever. I would rather have it, like, kind of come off, but be a little bit more moisturizing than drying. So, we shall see. It kind of feels like, or it looks a little bit thick. It's not necessarily, like, a really liquidy liquid lipstick. Ooh, one swipe is full color, though. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look. To be honest, the lip product already feels really dry, and I don't like that. It already is, like, uncomfortable. So for that, I think I am going to go ahead and get rid of these. So the lip product, I'm totally getting rid of. The foundation, I don't love the way my skin looks, to be honest. It looks kind of dry, and it's not even as, like, much coverage as I typically like. So I think I'm going to get rid of this as well. The bronzer, I think I'm going to keep this because I do really love it, and I like the highlighter in here as well, and I like the different shades and things like that, so I am going to keep the bronzer. The under eye setting powder, oh, this is difficult. I don't love. I feel like I look a little dry. I liked it at first when I put it on, but now that it's kind of like set in, I look too dry, and I know it's not that concealer. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this powder as well. For the blush, I don't think I need it, so I am going to get rid of it. It's a really pretty color, but like I don't need another PG light blush, you know? Like I have so many of them that I just am not in need of that. Let's see, what else? Oh, the highlight I am going to keep. I actually really enjoy it. I think it looks beautiful. When you buff it in and you tap off your brush, kind of like the little chunks fly away. I did have one little chunk right here on my nose that I had to swipe off, but it wiped away with no problem. So I am going to keep that because I really did like the finished look on that. The eyeshadow palette is hard for me because I love Lorac's formula so much, but I don't feel inspired when I look at this. I don't get excited to use it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and pass it on to like a sister or something, or a friend that would really enjoy this. But for me, I just have these shades so many times over in my collection that I just don't need that palette. And then last but not least is the mascara. It's just not my favorite. I mean, they did send it to me, and I'm so appreciative of that. It's just not my favorite. I prefer something with maybe a drier formula, something that can really hold my curl and give me a lot of volume, and unfortunately, these just didn't. So out of all the things that were kind of on my chopping block, I'm only keeping 2 of them. I'm keeping the bronzer and the highlight, and everything else I'm getting rid of. So I'm getting rid of the lip, the foundation, the powder, the blush, the eyeshadow palette, and the mascara. So I'm getting rid of 6 things, and I'm keeping 2, which I think is a really good declutter for me. I am going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to wipe off this lip product because it is so uncomfortable, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!